Hello and welcome to our edition of Eye on Africa here on France 24. I'm Clarisse Fortuné and let's start with the headlines. Ali Bongo Ondimba is now in Angola. Gabon's former leader and his family have been released from detention. They had been placed under arrest since a coup in 2023. Minors from Niger, Chad or Nigeria trafficked into Ghana. Immigration has begun a crackdown on those street children engaged in begging. Ghana says it's processing them to be returned to their home countries. And honoring the ancestors to keep their memories alive. Nigeria's Egungun, with its colorful masquerades, it's more than a festival, it's a blend of people's spirits and a link between the living and the dead. Former Gabonese President Ali Bongo Ondimba and his family have left Gabon and flown to Angola after being released from custody. This development follows a series of events stemming from the August 2023 military coup that ended the Bongo family's 56-year rule. Bongo was detained along with his wife and son, accused of embezzling public funds. Jenishin.
Transferred from prison to house arrest last week, Gabon's former president Ali Bongo arrived in Angola early Friday, along with his wife and son, who had been provisionally freed awaiting the pair's trial for alleged embezzlement.
I would like to make it clear that this decision to grant provisional release in no way interrupts the normal course of the proceedings, which will continue until a fair, transparent and timely trial is held.
The release of the family followed talks between the Angolan president and Gabon's new leader, General Brice Oligui Nguema. Oligui, a former junta leader, seized power in the oil-rich country in a coup in 2023 that ended the Bongo dynasty's 55-year rule.
I'm Ali Bongo Ondimba, president of Gabon, and I'm to send a message to all the friends that we have all over the world to tell them to make noise.
Bongo came to power in 2009, taking over from his father, Omar Bongo Ondimba. In 2016, he was narrowly re-elected for a second term, beating opposition challenger Jean Ping after a campaign marred by bloody clashes and allegations of fraud. During their years in power, the Bongo family had been accused of accumulating immense wealth for themselves at the expense of the country, allegations they deny. The UN says despite its oil wealth, a third of its population of 2.3 million lives below the poverty line.
And now let's get some reactions from Gabon's capital, Libreville.
This matter is not normal at all because they took Gabon, they stole the money, Gabonese are suffering. Many of us are unemployed and everything is going backwards. But they wasted Gabon's money doing bad things, paying for drugs. They haven't been judged properly. We are all really disappointed. If these two got out so easily, it means we should completely empty the prison because there are thieves who stole phones who have been there for years. They had such serious charges, but we don't know how they lived through the front door like this without being judged.
Early this morning, Chad opposition figure and former Prime Minister Success Masra was arrested at his home for allegedly inciting inter-ethnic hatred, claim renewed on Wednesday following violent clashes between two communities in the southern region of Occidental Logone. Masra's Transformers Party said earlier that their leader had been kidnapped. Harold Rijal has the story.
On Friday morning, just hours after Success Masra's arrest, Chad's Attorney General announced the former Prime Minister remained in custody at the Judicial Police Headquarters as part of an ongoing investigation into an alleged call for ethnic violence. It's after unrest erupted on Wednesday in the southern village of Mandakao. At least 40 people were killed in ethnic violence between local residents and a nomadic community. Masra, a prominent and respected figure in this region, is now being accused of fueling tensions between the two groups.
Investigation conducted by the judicial police have revealed the involvement of Mr. Asionga Masra Success in serious offenses, including incitement to hatred, incitement to rebellion by armed groups, complicity in murder, arson, and desecration of a grave.
In response, Masra's political party, Les Transformateurs, maintains that for now, no credible evidence has been presented linking their leader to the violence. The party is calling for his immediate release.
Immigration in Ghana has today begun a crackdown on minors who are trafficked into the country from neighboring countries. Coming from Chad, Niger, and Nigeria, the children become street beggars. Ghana says it is processing them to be returned to their individual countries.
Several immigration officers swung into action at dawn on Friday onto several streets in Accra, Ghana's capital, to swoop in on some of these minors, some as young as 2, who have been smuggled into Ghana, bypassing border checks and medical checkups along Ghana's porous borders. Some of these children are forced into the act of street begging for money.
We've arrested 2,241 foreign nationals, made up of the following: 384 male adults, then 577 male children, 525 female adults, and then 755 female children.
The Ghanaian government has said that the practice is tarnishing the country's image. Some rights activists have complained about how minors especially have been treated in the past when these swoops have been done.
Accra is a launching pad. Definitely within the next 24 hours or so, the other cities will begin to experience this move of removing these undocumented aliens. Yes, so it's not just going to be confined to the national headquarters, but then outside Accra.
From today, the Immigration Service says it is documenting these migrants and those who have accompanied them here, and would be sending them back to their countries through their various embassies.
Now, honoring the ancestors to keep their memories alive. Nigeria's Egungun is celebrated by the Yoruba people in southwestern Nigeria. The festival is about the spirit of ancestors making themselves visible to the world of mortals, with various colorfully clad masquerades, traditional dances, and vibrant costumes. Emily Boyle has the story.
To the rhythm of drums, these Egungun festival goers are celebrating their ancestors. Taking centre stage in this Yoruba parade, masked figures dance in intricate costumes, an elaborate ceremony to honour the dead.
I learned from doing my research that Egungun is more than just about masquerades, more than an honouring of ancestors. It's also about entertainment, pure dance. There's nothing like it. In church, we sing music. With Egungun, it's a lot of dance.
Hundreds of participants from across East Africa gathered in Ibadan, Nigeria for the World Egungun Festival. The audience itself was a kaleidoscope of colour as attendees wore their distinctive Asoebi attire to represent their region.
Like I saw the people from Ogun State with their own attires and different color, the people from Lagos State with their own Osun State, even though the Benin Republic, the Beninois, came from the different parts of Benin Republic with different attires.
The festival hopes to encourage the continuity of this practice, which had been slowly disappearing in the region. The Egungun tradition continues to influence many facets of East African culture, even though its cultural significance is often underappreciated.
There are lots of styles that are being emulated from Egungun itself, but people refuse to give them the acknowledgement. They refuse to give them the accolades that they deserve. They refuse to attribute their creativity to Egungun. Why not?
After a successful second edition, the organisers plan to make it an annual event, preserving this unique cultural heritage for future generations.
The Egungun Festival to end our edition of Eye on Africa. Thank you for watching.